Hi student, I hope that you are doing well. This is our first video lecture. This video lecture we are going to discuss about introduction to Java. Especially in 5th semester, we are going to cover object-oriented programming language, that is Java. In your last semester, you studied about C++. What is the specialty of Java programming? Java close to C++. That means, what are the topics that you are covered in C++? The same topics will be repeated here also. I think so. That's why we call Java very close to C++. Especially Java 1618505. This is the Java code according to SPT syllabus. Here, 2 units are given. In these 2 units, totally 65 classes we have to cover. So this is our first lecture. In this lecture, I want to introduce to Java. What is Java? Where we are using the applications of Java. At the same time, object-oriented programming. Let's see about Java. The first video lecture, Introduction to Java, Concept of OOPs. We will study about Java, about OOPs in detailed manner. The content of the lecture: what is Java, why use Java, concept of Java, OOPs, explanation with examples and references. As for the content, the first topic is what is Java. Java is object-oriented programming. It's one kind of object-oriented programming. It was developed by James Gosling in 1995, introduced to the world. James Gosling, he is one of the software engineer. He works in Sun Microsystems. And he was worked in Sun Microsystems. He developed Java programming language along with his friends. So it became very popular because Java language is a platform independent language. What it means? Platform independent means it will execute irrespective of operating system. What uses of Java programming? It is used for mobile applications, especially Android apps. Nowadays, all over the world, all people are using multiple and ample of apps in mobiles. So almost all these mobile apps are designed by Java programming. And games, database connections, web applications, web servers and application servers, desktop applications. So desktop applications, web servers and application servers means all of you know about that. Web applications, especially for nowadays, internet become very popular. Without internet, people are doing nothing. So teenagers to the old agers, the employee to business people, students to lecturers. So all kinds of people, they are interacting with the internet, the browsing. So they are doing something. Nowadays, the people are unable to move without having of internet. They are more convenient, they are more passionate to use the internet. So these all are applications developed by Java programming. It's not only Java, they are using some other language also, but they are mostly convenient developing all these web applications in Java programming language. And why it became very popular? Some special features are there. That's why Java became very popular here and there in entire the world in all the languages among all the software companies, MNC companies. It has some special features, unique features. First one is Java works on different platforms. I already told it works on different platform means it's a platform independent. That's why it works on different platforms. What is the meaning of platform independent? It means it can execute in any platform. It can execute on any platform. It may be Windows operating system, it may be Mac operating system, it may be Linux operating system, it may be Raspberry operating system. So what kind of operating system it may be, but Java can execute on that. It's called machine or platform independent. That's why Java became a platform independent. So when the program became as a platform independent, so the time taking process very less. It doesn't need any special type of compilers to translate the code from higher language to machine language. So all of you know about compilers and assemblers. They are translators. So they simply translate the high level language to machine level language and machine level language to high level language. So we need a compilers to translate the code. So it is a time taking process. At the same time, it is a expensive process. But here in Java programming, it doesn't need many compilers. It just take the platform to execute itself. It doesn't require any special type of compilers. That's why Java became very popular. And this program called Machine Independent or Platform Independent program. It is one of the most popular programming language in the world. It became very popular. I already said so many reasons are there. What are those reasons? Simply, Java is a easy programming language that you can learn. At the same time, simple to use. You can learn it easily and you can apply it easily. That's why it is easy to learn and simple to use. It is open source and free. What is the meaning of open source? I hope that you already heard the name open source. used to hear this name, especially while downloading of softwares. When you are going to download softwares, some softwares would be there, patent softwares, some softwares would be there that are open source softwares. Open source softwares, for example, take the Linux. So Linux is the open source operating system. If you want to develop this Linux software, it's operating system, you can develop and you can add the new features. So it's allow you and you can download it without paying of money. You don't need to pay even 1 penny for that. That is called open source. You can download the software, you can download the material, you can download the content without paying of anything. That's called open source softwares. So Java is a open source. That's why it became very popular. And next thing is, it is secure, fast and powerful. Every data needs a security. Banks' data need a security. One institutions need a security. One organizations need a security. Any company, any army, any business organization, they all need a security for their data. So data is very confidential. That's why it will not steal by anyone. A system should provide the security for that. So Java provides the security for your data. That's why it became very popular. And time consumption of the execution is very less. And it's very powerful. That's why Java became very popular. It has a huge community support, millions of developers. I already told, supported by the billions and millions of people. Java is an object-oriented language which gives a clear structure to programs and allows code to be reused, lowering development costs. Here we have to focusing on two things. One is reuse, and second thing is lowering development cost. What is the meaning of reused? Simple, reuse means just you are using the code again and again based on our requirement. So when you are reusing the code, the same type of code you want to reuse multiple times. The facility is there in Java programming. When you are using the code, so it reduces your development cost. That is called lowering development cost. The time consumption, money expensive, the both will become low. Lowering development cost. That's why it's called code reusability, at the same time lowering development cost. Java is close to C++ and C#. I already told, last semester you studied about C++. Because C++, C#, as well as Java, this language is called object-oriented programming languages. So I think 60% or 50% of the topics are same in C++ as well as Java. That's why Java is close to C++. Now it talks about object-oriented programming. So already you studied about object-oriented programming features in your first semester, that means our last year. Again, we are going to discuss about object-oriented programming features. Especially or mainly in object-oriented programming, 4 features are very, very important. So we will discuss regarding of those 4 features in object-oriented programming language. The first one is abstraction. Abstraction means using simple things to repeat complexity. Please try to focusing on here. Simple things to represent complexity. Simple things to represent complexity. That means know the simple thing and you can use it. You don't need to bother about the complexity, what is there behind of that. For example, just take a TV, an example. You want to watch TV and you want to enjoy it. Simply, what you have to know only one thing, that is, just know how to switch on the TV. And remaining things will work together automatically. Here, you don't need to bother about how TV is functioning, how internal process is working, how current is passing, how the picture tube is working. You no need to bother about all these things. Just know simple thing to represent complexity. Just know how to turn on the TV. That's enough. And we can enjoy it. The same manner, take the example of Java programming language. In Java programming, just know simple things like objects, class, and variables represent more complex underlying code and data. Just know the minimum things about variables, about classes, about objects. But this object, class, and variables, it contains a lot of complexity inside. You don't need to bother about all these things. Just know the syntax and apply and use it here, and it will work for you. Because it is developed by someone. These all frameworks or these library functions are developed by someone. Just know syntax and apply it, and you will get the output. That is called abstraction. I want to give one more example about abstraction. Here, in given picture, some person asking something. Behind of that, some person giving something. And he doesn't bother about what is there behind of him. Just he want to take what he wants. The same thing, repeating at bottom also. She doesn't require what is going on behind of her. Just she want to know what she want. One more example. Take camera an example. Just you have to know one thing here, how to take the pictures. You don't need to bother about more than that. Just know the how to take the picture, and you can use the camera in effective way. That is called abstraction. Simple thing to represent complexity. That is there in Java. This is one of the feature. Next, encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but it's like a cover, covering the things Take capsule an example. All of you know about capsules, tablets. Capsule is a round-shaped one. So inside of this capsule, multiple small particles would be there. These all small particles covered by one cover, the circulated cover. So take that one an example. The same formula would be applicable here. Encapsulation is nothing but providing of security. Your data wrapped up with some other concept, and inside of that some data, some classes, some objects, some variables will be wrapped up by something. For what? For protection. It provides the security. It will not access by any other unknown person, unknown things. So encapsulation is covering up the things. It provides the security for your data. This is the practice of keeping fields within a class private, then providing access to them via public methods. It's a protective barrier that keeps the data and code safe within the class itself. So already told, Java provides the security. Encapsulation provides the security for your data. So this is the actual main. What is encapsulation? Let's take the capsule as an example for understanding of encapsulation. So inside of this capsule, many small particles are there. All the particles are protected by the outside cover. The same manner, encapsulation provides the security for your data. This is called second feature in object-oriented programming. Next one, inheritance. This is a special feature of object-oriented programming in Java. It lets programmers create new classes that share some of the attributes of the existing class. This lets us build on previous work without reinventing the wheel. So, please focusing on here. It lets programmers create new classes that share some of the attributes of existing classes. So inheritance talks about two things. One is parent class and second one is child class. So here justly shares comes from attributes of existing class. New class that is called child class, that shares comes of the attributes of existing class. New class taking attributes from existing class. What is existing class? Parent class is existing class. What is the new class? Child class is a new class. Now new class, that means child class taking or adapting properties or attributes from parent class. This process is called inheritance. We will learn about inheritance in detailed manner in our forthcoming lectures. This is an example for inheritance. So parents, they are sharing things or sharing attributes to children. Last but not least, we are talking about polymorphism. Poly means many. The Java OOPS concept lets programmers use the same word to mean different things in different contexts. Same word, try to understand here. Same word mean different things in different contexts. Try to understand. Same word mean different things in different contexts. What it means, sir? Same word to different things in different contexts means, take duck an example. The word duck we're using in multiple contexts. The word duck normally used by people for one kind of bird. All of you know about ducks. Patak, that we call in Hindi. Duck is one kind of bird. The same word we are used in cricket field, duck, it means zero. Duck means what? Zero. Duck out means it doesn't score even one run. That is called duck out. So same word but different meaning. So same way in object-oriented programming language also, same word gives the multiple outputs, multiple results. Here, polymorphism. One form of polymorphism in Java is method overloading. That's when different meanings are implied by the code itself. For example, duck, like that. Different meanings are implied by the code itself. The other form is method overriding. That's when the different meanings are implied by the values of the supplied variables. See more on this below. So we will discuss regarding of these points in our forthcoming lectures. So example, duck. So duck word we are using different contexts and it gives the different meanings. I hope that you understand. These are some of the other topics. Encapsulation, abstraction, classes, inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, access modifiers, interface. These are the different topics we are going to study in forthcoming lectures. This is a small program for explaining of the Java programming. Public class hello world, public static void main, system.out.println, hello world. The small program of explaining of Java program. These are the reference. So one YouTube link is given here. You can watch YouTube video for more details. At the same time, textbook reference is also given here. You can go through these textbooks, understanding of the concept in a clear manner for your examination point of view. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching.